Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is day 51 on the PCT with Neil. We got about a 1,000-foot climb in a mile to get up to the top of Glen Pass. We'll get you some pictures when we get up there. So let's go. Let's get ready to hike. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first order of business. Glen Pass, complete. Day 51. There's no sign up here. It's kind of disappointing. I'll look and see what the elevation is. Glen Pass is 11,969 feet in elevation. And then we have to go through that over there going downhill. So I made a little mistake this morning. I did not start my trekking until I was on top of Glen Pass. No big deal. It's a little cold up here. I had a snack. And now I go down for 10 miles. Not a lot of elevation. And I have to go through a snowfield. So this is what we mean by a snowfield. Clamp-ons or no clamp-ons, or I'm sorry, microspikes or no microspikes. Because the problem is, you go down there. That's why we do passes in the morning, because the snow is hard and not slushy, and you can kind of stay in these tracks. I did a little glissade down there, a little rough on the rear end, and the ice when you're wearing shorts. It's just hard to believe how much snow is still here. All right, good morning again. We went up and over Glen Pass. I want to say it was 12,000 something foot. So we got to go down to 8,500 foot, only to go back up this afternoon to 12,000 something foot at our next pass, which is Pinchot. Pinchot, I believe. So look at this beautiful lake. You just can't beat this stuff.
Dude, there's a bear chilling next to mine.
Guess we gotta cross through here. Lake over there.
Oh yeah.
Lake over there. We got Sputnik after his river crossing. Gonna wait for our feet to dry. They're not afraid of anything. Hey there, big boy. I could reach out and touch him. Day 51, another river crossing. I just got my feet a little wet. I'm not too concerned about it. Sputnik's still contemplating the situation. Water is everywhere in the Sierra Nevada. That's why we only carry 1 liter. Baxter Creek. We're trying to figure out a way to get across with dry feet. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Well, Baxter Creek, we got wet up to our ankles, but that's no big deal. My partner did the same. We helped each other across. All right, here's the day 51 update. We've got about maybe 2 miles till lunch. Then after lunch, we have to go over another pass. Maybe that one up there. So it might be a little questionable because the snow will be melted and a little slushy. And we have to raise up 4,000 foot. So we'll see. Another stream crossing. I'm gonna put my phone away, but maybe I'll keep my feet dry. Well, day 51, I passed 800 miles, but there was no marker. So I took a picture of 800.1 on my far out app. So maybe 0.7 to get to lunch. We're gonna go have lunch on the other side. Just one person at a time.
If it gets too wobbly, I'm putting this phone away. It is kind of sketchy. Phone's going away. See it wobbling? Okay, we're having lunch down by the creek here. I got a question for the PCT. So we're at 8513 and we have to go to 12,127. Why do we go from 12,000 feet down to 8,000 feet back up to 12,000 feet? It's all good. So we got a 7-mile uphill this afternoon, 7 miles to the top to the next pass, which is Pinchot Pass. After lunch, we'll come to see you. This here is Woods Creek. We just came over that suspension bridge, which is a little wobbly, but it's all good. Beautiful place to have lunch. And yet another river crossing, completed on the rocks. Another river crossing. Okay, that was a very sketchy river crossing. Very sketchy. So, just got a little more real out here. There was a young lady who had a broken leg. She was sitting in one spot since yesterday, and the ranger just got there today, less than a half an hour ago. So she was sitting with a broken leg on the trail for almost 24 hours. So tell me it ain't a little dangerous. Good thing for our rangers. So I'm waiting for my buddy because it was a very sketchy crossing. And by the way, I lost a water bottle. So now I'm only down to 2 water bottles, which is no big deal in the Sierra because there's lots of water out here. Still making our way up Pinchot Pass. It's been a great day. 2 passes in a day. We're not supposed to do that. More snowfields in the afternoon. The problem is they're starting to melt, so we're having to post hole a little bit. Well, we made it to the top of Pinchot Pass. I gotta get the elevation for you. It was 4,000 foot up from where we were at, and that was maybe a harder climb than Whitney. 12,127. That is Pinchot Pass. Hated it. Looks like we'll be walking across snowfields. I think we're gonna camp over there by that lake. X marks the spot. I gotta walk down here and show you this business we got going on. Sputnik is right there. Our lake is right there. This is gonna be a recap for day 51. 20 miles, 2 passes, probably 10 river crossings. And now, look where we're at. We're gonna do some fishing. I still have some other stuff to do, but that'll work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, day 51, roses and thorns. Got a lot of roses today. One rose is called Glen Pass. Accomplished it. The second rose is called Pinchot Pass. Accomplished it. The third rose is called about 10 rivers I had to walk across. Accomplished all of it. My thorn today is I saw a young lady who had a broken leg from yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She laid there all night. I came through about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and the ranger was just getting there. So that young lady, Godspeed to her. Hopefully she heals up really fast, but that's a thorn. When the mountain is serious, I mean, and some bad things can happen. You have to be careful. So that is definitely a thorn. I'm gonna come back with shout out. Got my buddy Sputnik here. He's trying to catch more fish. He's gonna make a stew, I think. Sputnik caught 2 fish, and he's down there making fish stew. I told him I would taste it, but I'm not so sure about it. Fish stew and ramen noodles. Delicious. Sputnik, you did a good job. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do this, but this shout out is special. It goes to my buddy, Skittles, or Tim, who is in the hospital right now. And I'm sitting in the middle of the woods and I have no way to help. So this shout out goes to you, buddy. I wish I could be there. And I love you. And I'm praying for you. Day 51. This is my view from my tent. Standing outside my tent right now, but you know, you get the picture.